Justice with Judge Mablean will be life because in everything we do, it involves the law.
Where's your witness?
In the evidence.
That's hearsay.
It's notarized.
I still say it's hearsay.
She's fair.
You gotta help these young men learn how to do this the right way.
Yes, Your Honor.
She's firm.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
No, I
Okay.
don't need to say anything else.
She's honest.
I'm not your child and I'm not your friend. That's the order of the court. Goodbye.
This is Justice with Judge Mablean.
All rise. Both parties raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. I do.
Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Mablean presiding.
Thank you. You may be seated. In the matter of Annabelle Wexler versus Dana Trenton, you're suing her for unpaid overtime. Oh, I recall this one, the bakery incident, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And defendant, Mrs. Trenton, you say that she didn't need to have overtime, she just needed to work faster and she was working too slow.
Yes,
So
Your
you're
Honor.
not gonna pay her overtime.
Yes.
All right. That's a good defense. I haven't heard that one before. You're just working too slow. All right. Tell me what happened, Miss Wexler.
Yes, Your Honor. So I was hired by Miss Dana on October 5th to be her lead cake decorator at her company called Treating Yourself that specializes in specialty cakes. I myself, I was very upfront, I don't have any formal culinary training. Everything that I know has been self-taught. I bake mostly for friends and family, very rarely ever getting paid. It was mostly as gifts. So I applied for the position. I was very clear that I don't have any formal training, but I showed her my portfolio. I explained the experience that I do have in the service industry, and she acknowledged that I had some learning to do, and she was willing to take me under her wing and show me how it works to work in a professional bakery instead of just working at home doing my own cakes. And
At your own pace?
yes, at my own pace, Your Honor. So at my own pace, I was probably only making a cake a week, you know, as birthday parties, events would come up, and this was definitely a new experience for me. I was shadowing under Julie, who was the woman I was taking over for.
And how long did you shadow under her?
Only 10 hours, Your Honor.
10 total hours.
10 total hours, Your Honor.
And you were taking over her position as head baker.
Yes, as head cake decorator, Your Honor. And
Head
also
cake.
delegating, I would also be delegating tasks to one of the other employees named Tracy, who was in charge of like fondant decor.
Okay, so what kind of experience did you have as a manager or one who delegated authority?
Yes, I had some assistant managing experience at one of the past restaurants that I worked at, which I had informed to her. So that wasn't the hardest part of the job, but the brunt work of all the different things to be managing all at once did pose quite the challenge. With the 10 hours that I had worked and shadowed under Julie, I was able to learn where everything in the store was, where all the supplies was, and I watched her decorate a few cakes, and that was pretty much it.
But you didn't decorate any under her?
I did not. No, I helped set her up stuff and help get things ready, but she was the one decorating and showing me the processes that are required at this bakery.
So you did not have a hands-on decorating one cake under the person whose job you were taking over?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, go on.
Yes, so they
Is
were
that right? I'm asking you.
Julie told me that she was trained and knows everything that she needs to do.
That's what Julie told you.
Yes.
But you have no knowledge of what training she received?
Well, Julie told me that she trained her on everything that she needs to know.
You have no knowledge of whether she baked a cake from scratch or not?
She actually is not in charge of baking cakes. Christopher is in charge of baking cakes, and he's our other employee.
So what is she in charge of?
She is the lead cake decorator.
So, like,
Okay, so you
frosting.
never saw her, did you ever see a cake that she had decorated before Julie left?
Before her training day, or on her training day?
Well, she had more than one training day, right?
Yeah, she had 2 training days, yes.
2 training days?
Yes.
You shadowed Julie for 2 days? And you were to become lead cake decorator?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, did you see her decorate a cake before Julie left?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, tell me what happened.
Yes, so the store opens from Tuesday to Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And so Mondays we have off. I trained with Julie that Saturday and Sunday, and I didn't have a full grasp of what the week ahead of me was going to look like, but I clocked in on Tuesday to see that we had 3 multi-tier wedding cakes, 2 of which were foam decorated with fondant, and all of which had multi-layer sheet cakes that were for guests to eat. And I also had 2 birthday cakes and a baby shower cake.
So how many cakes?
In total, that would be 9, Your Honor.
For that week?
Yes, they were all due by Saturday and Sunday.
9 cakes to be decorated by Saturday and Sunday?
Yes, Your Honor. If I can be completely honest, I was pretty overwhelmed. Again, at my own pace, just cooking it from home, I did about 1 a week. So taking on 9 to be done by the end of the week was quite challenging. And maybe for Julie, who did have that culinary experience and training, it was a normal week for her. But for me, I was going to need more time to get it all done. And I had made it very clear to her, that I did not have that experience.
So how many hours of overtime did you put in?
Each week was 10, so a total of 20 hours.
So we're talking about 2 weeks before you quit or got fired?
I worked there for a total of 2 weeks, and then I quit.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Mablean.
So in the 2 weeks, you did 20 hours of overtime?
Yes.
And you didn't get paid for any of the overtime?
No, Your Honor.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Annabelle Wexler, who is suing Dana Trenton for unpaid wages.
And why did you quit?
I quit because in those 2 weeks, the work environment was shown to be very hostile, for lack of better words. Christopher, one of the other employees, as she mentioned, one of the first times that I got in a little early the Sunday that I was training to kind of try to set up without Julie to see if I was, remembering everything that she had taught me. And he was there. So he was baking, I was setting up, and in that time, he had mentioned that in the past month and a half, they had tried to hire multiple people that all quit in a matter of weeks due to how intense he was because he's sort of a manager on the floor. He also is in charge of all the ordering and such. And so I did note that was very interesting. And in those weeks, there were multiple times that he would talk down about our other coworker to me. Her name is Tracy, and he would often call her slow and not smart. And if I was delegating tasks, both him and Dana would make remarks about her slowness and, for lack of a better word, stupidity to me. And I also marked that as quite a red flag. And the final deal breaker for me was the Friday before I quit. I quit on a Saturday, and that Friday I had clocked in, was gonna get all my cakes, working on my cakes still. Christopher was in there baking. We didn't speak much to each other. I start doing my thing, and all of a sudden he starts screaming at someone, and I turn to look, and he's on the phone, and once I am there for long enough, I learn that, he's screaming at Dana.
And Chris is your other employee?
My other employee, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're really the owner.
I'm the owner.
And Chris is the baker. The baker,
Yes.
and you're the decorator. Mm-hmm. Okay, I got it.
Yes.
And there's one other person that
Yes.
we won't call her name, the slow or whatever. Mm-hmm. But so this man is now yelling at the owner?
Yes, over the phone, because she had put in a late notice order that required peanut butter that he didn't have, that he would have to go to the store to get, and he was just very aggressive. I believe he cussed her out, and he called her stupid, and a bunch of other things, and eventually he hung up the phone, but that lasted for about a half hour while I'm just trying to get my cakes done. Then Dana comes in, and it's very passive-aggressive, very tense. They aren't saying anything to each other at all, but then if they had something to say, they would go into the administrative office and just yell at each other for quite a while. And it was kind of that same process where they'd come back in, be very passive-aggressive and cold, go back in, yell at each other. And I was like, this is my second week. This is crazy for this to be happening so soon. I asked Tracy about it, and she said that it happens all the time. And that for me, with the stress that I was feeling trying to get all these cakes done, that I didn't have the time to get them done in the times that she had designated me to. And on top of that, having this really hostile, toxic work environment with my boss and my other coworker, I had had enough. And so that next day, which I did, I came in, I finished all my orders, I completed all the cakes that were designated to me, I packaged them, they were ready to be picked up, and when I clocked out, I emailed her and informed her that I would not be returning that following Tuesday.
So in the 2 weeks, you did 20 hours of overtime,
Yes.
and you didn't get paid for any of the overtime.
No, Your Honor.
Did you keep a time clock? Did you clock in?
Yes, I do have all with me the timestamps of all my hours, as well as the pay showing that she paid me for the 80 hours for the 2 weeks and none of the overtime. There also is emails showing that I reached out to her after when I got that paycheck and showed her that she didn't pay me for any of it. And she responded saying that she accused me of being a time thief, that I was deliberately taking the time just to take more money from her, which is not true. I was taking the time to make sure
Okay,
that
I've heard enough. So let me hear your statement, Ms. Trenton.
Yes, Your Honor. I hired Miss Wexler because she showed a lot of promise. She
How
had
does a person with absolutely no culinary training, professional skills, working in a restaurant, working in a bakery, only baking at home show a lot of promise for a busy bakery like yours?
Yes, it's very busy, and I am managing a lot. This is the first time that I've ever owned a business. And Miss Wexler came to me with a really nice resume and showed me that she has a lot of skill, and she also
Like
has
what?
managerial skills, and she also has experience
A
making
lot of skills. She said, I worked in a job for a minute at a restaurant. Where's the lot of skills that she showed you? Did you lie to me?
No, I do have a portfolio of just the photos of cakes
That's
that I had
photos.
made.
You said, so that's what you're talking about, skills? From looking at her pictures of her cakes?
Yeah, well, I liked her. She seemed nice also.
You said your first time managing, huh?
Yes, yeah, it's a lot. This is a lot. And, you know, with Christopher, he's very reliable and helpful, but managing all of this is quite a lot.
Coming up,
If she takes more than the hours that you think she should take, you think she shouldn't get paid?
No, because Your
Why?
Honor, she has no proof of what she was doing in those 2 hours every day.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Annabelle Wexler, who is suing Dana Trenton for unpaid wages.
How many hours a day did you spend at the restaurant?
At the bakery,
Bakery.
That's okay. I spend quite a bit of time, but I'm also a mom, so I'm there. When I'm there, I'm doing a lot of phone calls and handling the logistics of things.
But basically, if you had orders for the week, your orders were usually, you said, had to be ready by Saturday or Sunday,
Yes.
most of them. And if you had, say, 9 orders for the week, right? Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you expect the baker and the decorator to get those orders done?
Yes, ma'am.
It was crucial that they get them done in order for you to get paid, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So if she takes more than the hours that you think she should take, you think she shouldn't get paid?
No, because Your
Why?
Honor, she has no proof of what she was doing in those 2 hours every day.
So there is no way for you to know whether she worked those 2 hours every day or not.
That's right, Your Honor.
And so you're saying, since I don't know that she did it because she was there by herself, I'm not going to pay her.
Yes.
The work was done. You got it. You made every sale.
Yes, we made every sale.
So, and she had to decorate them.
Yes, but
And I read where Chris was complaining, and you too, that she was slow.
yes, but her hours were from 8 to 4.
Okay, so you would rather her leave at 4 and say, forget it, it's not done, it's not completed, I'm gone.
Well, no, she just did not communicate those hours to me. She didn't communicate that she was working past those hours, and when I saw them on
But
the
she has a
timesheet-
she has a time clock every day. She clocks in and out.
When I saw them on the timesheet, I thought that there was a glitch in the system.
Oh, glitch in the system when you saw it on the timesheet.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up,
But no one knew you were there.
I had keys, Your Honor.
So everybody had a key?
No, I was in charge of closing the store, Your Honor.
That's crazy.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Annabelle Wexler, who is suing Dana Trenton for unpaid wages.
So every day she did a timesheet, right?
Every day, yes.
And you
One
never
or
looked at it, and you know that she's new.
Yeah, 1 or 2
And
days.
you left her the key and said, how'd you close up if no one knew you were there?
I had keys, Your Honor.
So everybody had a key?
No, I was in charge of closing the store, Your Honor.
That's crazy. You got a new person working. You're leaving them with keys. You're leaving them in charge, and you're expecting certain things to be done. You knew didn't have the experience. You didn't expect her to work with the same speed as Julie had worked, did you?
Well, when Julie left, she said that she had showed her everything that she needed to know.
2 days, she knew everything she needed to know and had
Yes.
not done any of the stuff that she needed to do.
So 2 days, I think, would be enough for her
Oh,
to...
you're just really naive, and you're a poor manager. You bring somebody in to have to decorate cakes and all different kinds of cakes and all different sizes of cakes, and you leave her there with 2 days of training, and she's telling you, I've never done any of this except at my house, at my own time, at my own pace, in my own way, and I've never done more than one a week. And you think that she could do it in the time that you thought is good time.
Yes, I did.
You really believe that in 2 days of working, and none of the days consisted of decorating the cakes. It consisted of watching Julie.
She had skills. She showed skill.
She did not have skills. She showed you her skills, but she told you, these portfolio and cakes you're looking at, it didn't take me 1 day to bake them. I bake 1 cake a week. You got 9 cakes a week. All different type of decorations. With a person that's inexperienced at doing that. And you thought she could do it within the 8 hours of work each day.
Judge Mablean's verdict when Justice with Judge Mablean returns. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
You're naive and don't understand management. And then that was a way for you to check your employees. You got to find a way to know what your employees are doing if you're going to leave them there working. You gave her too much work. But you don't think she should get paid for those 10 hours?
No, I don't.
No, because you're not thinking. You're just being evil, and you don't want to pay her. I think what you need to do is find you a business manager, someone with management experience to run your business. Because you're leaving it up to others to do. And then when they do it, you don't want to pay them. You can't have it both ways. And you're the owner of the business. So if anybody should be putting in extra time, it's probably you. Since it's a small business, and you don't have enough employees to do it seems that to do all the work and all the business that you're getting, but she kept you afloat. You should say thank you. But since you won't say that, I'm going to say pay her. My order is pay the defendant her $660 overtime judgment for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $660.
I'm sorry it had to work out this way. I really would have loved to keep working for you if the work environment wasn't so difficult, but I'm sorry.
I have nothing to say.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.